Hi there. My name is Michelle Whiteside, and I'm a vision and purpose consultant for self love and finding direction. I wanted to talk to you today about self love and not being selfish in a very big way, even in my own life, right? So, I want to tell you the three secrets of self love. There's many secrets to self love, but some of the top ones, the three, I want to talk about self acceptance, self care, and positive self talk, and how that pertains to me and my life and the journey that I help others on after taking it myself. So, when COVID hit, like a lot of us, my life was leveled. Everything I knew was no more the same. My business of hair consulting and color specialist was not anymore. I was the top of my game, 30 years. My son moved out, empty nest, and my marriage of 28 years took a break and opened my eyes to things I didn't know. I had done work, a lot of work over the years, a lot of work, total self help, trying to find myself in all the wrong places. And when this happened, it was very divinely inspired because I had two options. One, I could go one way and I wouldn't be here today. Two, I could lean in, something greater. I went to school to become a certified coach, and I got coached, which I didn't realize. They said you'd be forever changed, and I didn't believe them. But with that and support and something greater and walking this path, my life is not the same today. And the girl that's here, she was here, but she's here now. So for the self-acceptance part, I did not realize that I was married to someone who was not really good for me. And I have a huge part. Um, there were things that emulated my childhood, and my mother, a real one, was a narcissist or is a narcissist, emotional manipulator. So critical and never enough and felt abandoned. And I was also a preemie. So I've been fighting for a long time. Um, and I found someone who seemed to be my rock. He was my everything. And I believed that he would take care of me. I believed that he knew more than me. All the while I was supporting my kids and paying for this and doing all the running around. I didn't know what I didn't know. And I didn't know what gaslighting was. I didn't know that, oh, well, my mom talked like that, so he talks like that. So it's probably fine, as it was done to my kids. A lot of forgiveness in that as well, because I enabled it, right? So I had to learn self-acceptance that I didn't know, and that's where I was. And with my kids, having a lot of forgiveness who I was then, I did the best I could when I was then. That's that self-love where we embrace the good and the not so good we think. And when we can hold that, we are loving ourselves. The self-care piece is about taking that time to heal and to reach out when I need help and to do different little things like meditation. I started going into the trees with my dogs. I started listening to really good music and making playlists. And I learned a lot about self-love. And then I started to give back, which also helped me grow and helped me heal. The place of the positive self-talk, well, we all have such a big critic. And for some of us, that critic has been running the show quietly for a very long time. And if we operate on only 5% of what we know, and 95% is our subconscious, I'm being run by those old tapes that I'm not good enough, that you won't like me, that I can't support myself, that I'm not capable, that I'm not smart enough. And the list goes on to infinitum. So really what I want to say to you, you can take those three tips. There's lots of tips and tricks to do for that. But the most important one, I think, the secret to self-love is compassion and empathy for yourself. That's where the forgiveness comes. And I get choked up because if you do these little things, your life changes right before your eyes and you don't even know you're different. I'm in circles now and doing things now that I would never do. And I still get choked up going, I shouldn't be here. I don't know anything. They all know more. And I do it anyway. That's another big tip. Even if it's uncomfortable, keep following your heart. And I also, the last thing I want to impart to you is that very big piece, we do not do this alone. A lot of us has very similar stories, and maybe the stories aren't similar, but the feelings are similar. And self-love, we never learned how to do that. We were told, oh, you're being vain, you're talking too much, there's this, that. Rubbish. It is keys to the kingdom, and you are your best resource. Go big or go home. You can do this. Keep going.